And this is a shout out to Mr. Bob Barbecue. And you know, since you named yourself Barbecue, you must have some good barbecue over there, Guam. Anyway, I've been looking at where you live at over there. It seemed like a lot of storms are born right there. Right where Guam is, a lot of stuff forms, and it's just like it's not much at the time. But then later on, it turns into super typhoon when it gets. Stop making them storms, Bob Barbecue. My wife made some chicken curry yesterday, and it's always better the next day to me when it sets in the juices and everything. Wow, it's really good. You just gotta try to make this one day. And she puts plenty of curry powder in there. It's delicious. It's not hot, spicy curry. It's Filipino curry. They don't put a lot of spices in there. They do put peppers in there though. You know, like those chili peppers. And you chew that if you want hot. And then it's mild. Other than that, it's mild. But sometimes I put a little hot sauce on it. Right. Starting now and for the rest of the video, I'm going to be using one Apple AirPod as my mic. So, because someone told me that the audio is not sounding good, they got to keep, you know, I'm blowing their ear out, and they got to turn it up, and then blow their ear out. I don't want to inconvenience anybody like that. So I'm trying to find a good mic to use, and I did a few tests here. And it sounded better than yesterday. Yesterday, John World, thanks for the feedback, because he heard it. It sounded like it was overpowered. The mic was overpowered, and it was rattling because the volume was too high. And really, I wasn't putting it like that, so I don't know what the problem is with that. It's the transfer probably from one app to another, from, you know, my photo library to the video app that I use, and then to YouTube it gets transferred again, sometimes 4 times. So 3 or 4 times every time. So no telling. But I should be able to set this down fairly far away, and like in here, and it shouldn't change even though I'm out on the balcony talking to you. Am I still filming? Yes. Okay. So way out here, there should be no change whatsoever. It should sound the same since I got the earpiece here, and I'm using that to film it. So I should be able to dance and sing out here. And you should be able to hear me the same in there, even farther away, probably double this far before I start checking out or something like that. So anyway, John, I remember that dance you used to do. What was it? Look what I can do. You remember, man, that was so funny the first time you did that. I remember it like it was yesterday. Okay, this is the final test, Apple. Do you pass the test or not? Can I hear myself or not? So, I'm setting up a back door. I call it the back door. It's really the front door, according to Mr. Ray Boucher. This is the front door because this is on the roadside, but I consider the other side of the house the front yard. And this is no front yard. Scraggly old junk, but. And Gary told me that those vines up there get like Tarzan vines. The ones with the little leaves on them, they get thick like a Tarzan vine. They're hard to get out there. I need to get up there and get all that out. Oh my gosh, look at all of it. I got to get these vines out of there now. Coming soon. Tomorrow, you know, I got the dental appointment to get my permanent crowns all on the top. I think it's all going to happen in one visit. It's I didn't show earlier. I washed the car for to get ready to go to Iloilo, but I didn't show any of that. And I ain't gonna show hardly any of the cutting the grass either with the weed eater. Had enough of those videos. All right, might show some highlight. That's what's happening with 62 to Freedom. Get strapped up, long pants, shoes, and some old tennis shoes, some old Skechers. Skechers all ripped out. You know, the Nikes that you buy here, they're not Nikes. They're not even pick-a-pair. You know, so you could get some decent tennis shoes with pick-a-pair at one time. I know, I used to like them. They were just as good as Nikes to me, you know. But I didn't really care much about shoes. Shoes are really not my thing. My wife has got me a lot of Nike Airs and stuff like that in there. But, I mean, they're comfortable, so I ain't gonna complain. But if I was gonna spend my money, she basically gave me those in presents and stuff, you know, Christmas presents, birthday presents. I'm gonna spend my money. I'm gonna go in America. I'm gonna go to one of those cheap stores to get 2 pair for you know, $40 or whatever. That's the bad thing about those big banana leaves, you know, when you're weed eating, it gets all wrapped up in your weed eater. The best thing to do is just mulch some things all up into little pieces. Mr. Bob Barbecue. Got my daughter from school, but earlier I had a flashback from my school. I got out of the, I thought she'd get out at 3:30, because I think I used to get out of some school at 3:30 or 3:40. And so I started panicking, called my wife and everything, get rain. She said, what are you talking about? It's only 3:40. I said, oh, just right. She gets off at 4:30. So, was you waiting very long, Ray?
No.
What time did you get out?
I got 4:20.
Oh.
4:25.
Yeah, so that's literally the only time. Most of the time I'm there at 4:15. They get out at 4:45 every time. So the one time that I'm right on time, they get out early. So, you know, we got plenty of lizards around here to eat the bugs. There's an overabundance of bugs to meet. There's an oversupply of bugs for the lizards. Look, there's a little baby lizard up there, see him? There's quite a few little babies. I saw some smaller than that. He's like maybe to your second knuckle. Let's include his tail and everything. If he's got a bug right up there in the corner, he could eat. You know, you're gonna have somebody to take you to school in the morning and to wake you up and everything, get you ready for school. I guess one of your cousins is coming here to sleep tonight. Because when you wake up, we'll be gone. We're leaving at 4:30. So, that's where I'm going to the dentist and get my complete bottom crowns and ribs and everything, the finished product. So that's going to be exciting for me, because I know the next step is going to be the most exciting one. When I get one tooth opposing another one, you know, it should be the whole shebang should be one more visit, after this visit. And then, you know, there'll be more visits to make adjustments, I'm sure. You know, once it settles in and everything. Probably that day you'll make some adjustments, but then later, if, you know, where it seats really good, there might be some fine adjustments. We'll just have to wait and see. Then you know, we got the lizards, and we got that's the Army, and the Marines are the bigger lizards. And then we got the Air Force, which is the dragonflies. And then we got the bombers, you know, the big bats around here. So that's the stealth bombers. So it's a war. It's a war on the bugs. It's definitely a war on the ants. I've been closing down avenues recently, and they open up other ones, like this one right here. This was dry here along the sides. You see them black ants? But they think they're sneaky, but I'm gonna get them, because they would just overpower you if you don't stay on top of them. So I'll get some more ammunition maybe this week sometime.